It's a fascinating sociological phenomenon going on in America right now. You're watching Liquid Lunch on NEWSMAX TV, and that is the specter of political correctness that is encroaching on every aspect of our society. Entertainment, academia, the news media, you name it, Halloween even, and it is threatening to choke the very, very values that have made America everything that it is, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, in light of all that, two enterprising brothers have come up with an apparel company, which is not only very, very funny, but it is the perfect antidote to political correctness run amok. They are Francesco and Peter Ciccone. They are with Dumbass Apparel. Gentlemen.
Good to see you, Frank.
Thank you for coming in costume. What are each of you supposed to be? Let's start with that.
Sammy Hagar, Elton John. Celebrity endorsements.
So now, we've talked to you before, but for people who aren't familiar with Dumbass Apparel or your product, now I see there's a Trump 2020 drink cozy, which I like. If we hadn't raided the refrigerator of all the beer, I'd be using one right now. But what exactly is Dumbass Apparel? Does it just print conservative stuff? What is it?
Well, it's a play on just some of the stupidity going on right now in society. We've got the deplorable shirt. We've got some Trump paraphernalia. We've got Don't Be an Adam Shift for Brains shirt.
Yeah. Very appropriate on a day like today.
Of course it is. Of course I agree with same-sex marriage. Been married a long time. It's the same sex. Politically incorrect is another. We're just having fun. We've got, Nike backwards with the upside-down swoosh. Just don't.
Peter, let me see your hat. Take a look towards the camera, because it looks like a Trump Make America Great Again hat. But then if you zoom in on it, it doesn't say that. It says what?
It says, it's just a hat, dumbass. What started really as an irreverent idea, where we wanted to be funny and make fun of both sides equally, has morphed into something a little bit more. We started one thing on the website, a blog post, the Dumbass of the Week. And that's where we picked that person who did something just stupid that normal people would look at and say, why would you do that?
Now, there is a great website. I want to encourage people to visit it. It's called dumbassapparel.com. And in the Dumbass of the Week section, you've actually selected the pseudonym of my least favorite member of the United States Senate, Pierre Delecto.
Monsieur Delecto, man.
Now, I'm sorry I didn't see this before the show, but it's Mitt Romney dressed as a Frenchman with a beret and a French mustache and holding two large baguettes. Now, we learned recently that he has this fake Twitter page, yes. Pierre Delecto. Why is he the Dumbass of the Week?
I'll tell you. He was the Dumbass of the Week this week because of all the other stupid things that other people have done. Originally, when we came up with the idea, it was to be a bonehead. Hey, you know what? You have this stupid pseudonym out there. You're going on Facebook, apparently to build support for Romney ideas. Do that, sir, from a Senate seat. That's why you do it. We write the dumbass thing from Joe Dumbass. We're not politicians. We're trying to put an opinion out there that makes sense. Last week, it was Hillary Clinton because of how she called Tulsi Gabbard and Jill Stein agents of Russia. Anybody who stands in her way of being president is somehow an agent of Russia. Well, so am I in that regard, and so are you. And so is he. So we wanted to make it funny. This week, we put other nominees right in there. We call out Nancy Pelosi for getting angry that she wasn't told about the attack on al-Baghdadi. Hey, guess what? There were no leaks, Mrs. Pelosi, and no Democrats knew. So, I don't know. That might be.
And no Republican leaders in Congress knew either.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Plus, she's in the legislature. I mean, what does she even have to do with anything?
And the way CNN covered, they couldn't give Mr. Trump 5 minutes of a good job. They didn't even pat him on the back. Hey, you got al-Baghdadi. He's worse than Hitler, or he's just as bad. Good job. The women on The View, they couldn't go fast enough to throw water on it.
Now, one thing that I just love is all the products that are sold on dumbassapparel.com, and there's some great stuff on there, including the upside-down Nike shift, which swoosh. I imagine that's inspired by Colin Kaepernick's.
Well, actually, that came about from the Dumbass of the Week 3 weeks ago when Nike and the NBA bowed to China. And, of course, Colin Kaepernick had something to do with it. you know, Nike, just do it. Just don't do it unless China says it's okay. I mean, we had a few different things we were throwing around, but we just kept it simple.
But one of the things I love is that you have a portion of the proceeds that are sold on dumbassapparel.com go to the Simple Truth, which is an organization that combats veteran suicide.
Correct.
22 a day. It's horrible. These men and women, they go to battle. They fight for our country. They come back and they just can't adjust.
Yeah. So you buy one of those hats or one of those Shift for Brains shirts, and you're going to help a very, very notable cause. Now, the president actually took a holiday for this segment, but I'm hoping that you'll actually be able to find a costume.
Fake news. There are no holidays in the White House. No holidays in the White House.
Hello, Mr.
I
President.
heard the dumbass apparel guys were going to be here, and I had to be here.
You-
Look at this new shirt they made for us.
Wait, is this one of yours? Deplorables?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's purple.
It's
Purple and gold. Well, that's to
We
celebrate
love the
LSU.
purple people. We love them.
We
Love
were
the
down.
purple
We were down
people.
in Baton Rouge. We were at LSU doing a show there. So of
Look at
course
that.
we made
Not
it in
the
purple
shirt,
and gold.
My physique, it's wonderful.
Yes.
Even my doctor said I'm perfect. I have the body of a 25-year-old.
And you know, you've got a lot in common with LSU. You're number one.
Oh, number one is not even it. Now that we've got Baghdadi, I'm number one, I'm number two.
That's it.
I'm
That's
the
it.
alpha and the omega, I think now.
Peter, Francesco, thank you so much for having a good sense of humor and for coming to
And my
visit us.
favorite,
Our
my
pleasure.
favorite,
Happy
I don't know, you
Thank you,
guys
friend.
didn't even know it, but this is my
Oh!
favorite. That's right.
Don't be an Adam
This guy
Shift for
runs
Brains.
the intelligence committee and he has no intelligence.
That's
he has
it.
zero
All right,
intelligence.
speaking of no intelligence, we'll all be right back right after this. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm Frank Morano.